All right, YouTube world, this is another video from your friendly neighborhood goat. A couple videos back I assembled this Rexgear Hydra 8 case, the 10 GPU case, so I figure I would go ahead and build it up a little bit. I don't have 4 graphics cards right now, so I want to go and get those 4 installed. This video I'm not gonna run all the way through like I have before. I know those long 20, 30, 45 minute videos, people don't really have time to be sitting there watching all the time, so I'm gonna start and stop this one a little bit, or do my best to do it. So we're gonna get started with I have 4 5700 MSI cards. I know they're not the preferred ones because these are the mech cards, but you know what, yeah, memory temp on one card is a little bit hotter than the rest of them. Most of the other ones stay pretty cool. They have a single 8-pin, so cable management's a little bit easier. I have 12 of these cards actually. I have 10 out, or 8 out in my mining shed. These 4 have been in the house because I've ran out of power out in my shed, and I haven't had time to get the new outlet and cable ran yet, so these have just been running here in the house. We've been using a ASRock H10 Pro BTC board. I know I got a little stick of Corsair RGB RAM in there, but that's my only stick that I have available right now. And this setup has been on my workbench for the last probably a month or so, maybe a little longer, just sitting here running on my workbench. I figure it's about time to put her in a permanent home and try to acquire some more cards here pretty soon. I may end up throwing in some 1660 super cards. I have 3 extra ones right now that are sitting on my other workbench, so I may throw those in here. I don't like mixing and matching AMD with NVIDIA, just because of driver issues, and I've had kind of bad luck mixing and matching in the past, so I might give it another shot, who knows. So alright, I'm gonna get this motherboard installed and power supply installed, and then I'll see you guys here in just a second. Okay, I got the motherboard installed. Everything's all hooked up. I got my 4 leads for the 4 graphics cards sitting here. Power supply, motherboard, everything's in, it's installed and mounted. And that's it. I mean, I'm not real, I don't know, on stuff like this, I'm not real picky on cable management. It's more about working. As long as it works, I don't care. I will be careful along the front, along this front edge right here where these fans are at. These 4 fans are Delta fans. So they turn roughly 4,000 RPM, and they will tear fingers up. And they use about 25 watts of power each fan. And they move approximately 185 to 200 CFM, depending on which one they are. I think the Rexgear fans, if I remember correctly, they're like 185. These other 3 are the DIY ones that I got here a few months ago. I think they're rated at 200 CFM. So we're about ready for a couple of graphics cards. I'm not quite sure if I just want to stack these things in tight, or do I want to just go ahead and space them out a little bit. I think I'm just going to stack them in tight. And like I said, this case is, I've never built in any of the other server style cases, so comparison wise, I'm not 100% sure how they compare, but I really like these cases. Yeah, they're a little bit more expensive. This case here originally, several months ago, you could buy this case for, oh wait a sec, I forgot. You can buy this case for about $150. And I got to remove the plugs so they'll actually set flush. That's better. Anyways, these cases originally were about $150. The last one I just bought, this one here, I ended up having to pay $200 for it. So yeah, a wee bit more expensive than normal, some of the Roswell cases. I understand they're pretty cheap. So what I'll do now is go ahead and plug this in. Now I said I do have these down here. Let's see here, I'm getting the pointer. Got to get these here spaced out a little bit, so I'm not worried about the back of them touching. When I get the rest of this case filled, I'm going to have to use more slots, so I'll go ahead and either 3D print a spacer that I have a file for, or I will just wrap them in some electrical tape. So that's hooked up. I'll tuck this up underneath those fans. I got a cable, power cable, and we'll plug that in like so. Normally what I'll do is when this is full of graphics cards, I'll take these cables and I kind of stuff them right up next to the back side of the card and just kind of stick these up underneath the card, something like that. So when you got a whole row of cards, all these cables are actually stuffed up underneath all the cards when the cards are lined out across here. So all right, well, let me get the rest of these cards installed and I'll be right back at you. Alrighty, and just like that, we have a mostly halfway full mining rig. I have not turned it on yet, so we'll see if it works the first time. If it works the first time, means I did my job right. If it don't work, then you'll get to see me have to do a little troubleshooting. Well, I'll probably start and stop the camera in a time or two, and if it don't work, but it's plugged in. Power supply is still turned off. I always like to give it once over, you know, check connection. CPU is hooked up, motherboard. I got my 4-pin Molex. Fans are hooked up. All of these are clicked in. These, I did not take any of these apart, so theoretically they should be good. We'll check the USB cables into the risers are plugged in. Everything appears to be kind of how it should be. So now when I turn this on, these fans are gonna be loud, so hopefully y'all can hear me. I'll finish up the video and rather abruptly, more likely, when these things turn on. So let's see if it boots up, if it boots into Hive. So power supply is on. Hit my power button. Well, it looks like it's running. Lots of air, lots of air. And actually, I'm trying to turn my fans around. I pulled a new air. I put these fans in. When I installed them, I put the fans in backwards, so the fans are pushing air, they're not pulling air. But for right now, that'll be fine. What we'll do, I don't have a screen capture on my computer right now, so I can't do the show you Hive, but booted a few seconds ago, and My overclock settings on these cards are pretty conservative. I run about 55.5 mega hash, about 110 to 120 watts per card. I know I could probably get more out of them, but I'm more of the mindset of I keep them running. That way I don't have any issues or problems with card shutting down or whatever. My system will run for 2, 3, 4, 5 days. Alrighty, well, I got the lid put on and that's what she looks like. Here, let me take this GoPro off. Hopefully my video didn't mess up on me. GoPro said something about camera being off, so I don't know what that all means, but gives you an idea what it looks like in the front. It's up running, don't mind the mess. I got tools and parts and pieces everywhere. So yeah, that's what she looks like sitting on the workbench. Alrighty guys, well, until next time, hopefully I'll get another video or two out. Next week I gotta work the next couple of days, so I won't be home. So, hope to see y'all later.